like a shell, and you're just like trying to take control over your mind, and you're like, getting flashbacks and stuff, and so it's pretty going in spiral and out of control. And and you always like spending your time trying to get back on track, and sometimes the only way you can get back on track is to just forcing yourself to do better. So you like keep trying without realizing, and you just overwhelming yourself, overdoing, and crashing, and then you don't see much result, and you wonder why, because your mind is never clear, and because you're not showing love to yourself, you're too confused, too lost, and you detach from the real world, and mainly you detach from humanity and from human contact. And if you don't have any human contact, then isolation takes place, and you end up being all alone. And it's like you're swimming in your own head, and you like, yeah, that's not good. And so, so this is a place, and this is just a glimpse of what it's like to be a drug addict, or alcoholic addict, or somebody's doing hard drugs, or somebody's been on prescription forever, and does like 3-4 prescription, and then alcohol, and then other stuff, and then they don't heal their traumas, and then they get worse than I just described, and so you can tell them whatever you want, even if you're trying to help somebody, then and they're gonna tell you I'm fine, and they're not gonna see this talk. Like I know that when I think back about all the things that happened to me, I know when there was a phase for 3 or 4 years that I didn't realize that it was very hard on me. I was completely alone, and it was extremely traumatizing, and I suffer a lot alone. And during this phase, I only had 1 or 2 contacts, and those contacts were just other abusers, and I didn't know. So basically, I was just left with abusers to talk to, and no one. So it's hard to swallow, and when you get to that stage, even more when you're a nice person, you keep telling yourself, like, what did I do so wrong? Like, why am I like being left completely alone? Why am I being, treated so badly? Why am I being looked like a vampire, and feel like a weirdo 24/7? I mean, you keep, that's why no matter how optimist I was, and I tried to keep going during this hard time, I was out to being looked at and treated so poorly. I didn't think it was fair. So on top of being sad and angry, and not healed up at all, and addicted, I was always, I felt like I was punished by the world for some reason. And I was like, this is not fair. I don't know what I did, to deserve to be alone. Like, I wasn't really seeing all the good stuff, so I was easily, just when I was going down the road of being completely alone, and I had no choice. I felt like I had no choice but to reach to whoever will come along to just talk to me, or just have a little bit of company once in a while. And they weren't always a great person, but that's all I had. So a lot of people do that to get they put a blind in front of their eyes and tell themselves it's fine, because they just want company sometime. And anyway, I was always wondering, why am I being treated like this? Because I know I did great things for people. I'm always nice to everybody. I give as much as I can all the time. Every day, I try to give if I can give. I never, treated anybody badly. I never bullied anybody in my entire life. I never enjoy anybody suffering for any reason. I rescue and help anybody who's in distress. I try to do my best to be the best human being I can be, and I've tried to do that my whole life. And so I knew that me being alone and being treated so badly all the time, that wasn't right. And I was like, this is not right. I'm here by myself, all alone, and I have nobody. And and why I created this podcast because when my voice came back after suffering for so many years, I was like, I'm not just gonna be silent anymore. I'm not gonna just shut my mouth and allow a cruel world to dictate my destiny and how is my life gonna go. And I'm gonna let love strive and great people strive, and I'm not gonna allow this anymore, any longer, basically. Because not only because I done all the work on myself, but because I never really deserved what I got in the first place. So for all the people who they know they're a good person and they have been suffering a lot and they're just in a dark tunnel, please join my group, Spirit Guide. We have tons of positive quotes, self-hypnosis, posts. I'm always trying to help people, and once a month I'm giving 2 hour away. It's 2 minutes. We can do that on Facebook call or on Zoom meeting room, and I would love to help you, to help anybody who feel like they're in that dark tunnel and they feel like they're stuck, or they're not sure and they just want to reach out. Maybe I could be that person who can get you out, at least make you first move towards finding that place of peace. Because the truth is maybe not enough person who care in this world about the people who are suffering. There is a lot of them, but there's just maybe not enough of them. And we can change that. We can make it more of a world where people reach out for each other and wants to be better. And I think, when you lead by example and you become that person and you wish other people were, then you see a huge change. I do that every single day now. And, it reminds me of, my core being, who I've always been before I got in that dark tunnel. And that's the person who bring, peace, love, joy, to everybody around her. And if that piss other people off, if that makes people jealous because maybe they think that it's a way for me to get attention, or people are just more open and more friendly or more happy around me, then I'm sorry, but no, that's not my intention, because my intention are never like vicious or manipulative or towards just gaining center access of just being the center of attention. No, the reason why other people like other people better or other people treat you a certain way, and that's because you're doing the exact same thing. You started. So when you start being that way and you're being kind to everybody around you, then it just kind of, it's contagious, and if you bring a good vibe around you, good energy, then other people wants to it just reflects on them too. So of course they are gonna absorb you good energy if they're able to. Not everybody's able to, but if someone is leaning towards more of positive, and they have the ability to, then they will be able to. So it's always good. Then you want to share that. You don't want to stay angry. You don't want to carry resentment around you, because that's not helpful. So anyway, what's the lesson today? The lesson is accept who you are, be different. If you're different, be proud of who you are. Self-respect yourself, self-love, love others, no matter how different than they are from you. Just don't stay stuck also, and don't stay silent for too long, because life is short, and you might never be able to say what you want to say. So maybe you'll never have that time, but special moments you're waiting for. So why don't you do just like I'm doing? You start a podcast, and then you express yourself, and that's a good way to just lay everything out there, and also write your own book story. Well, I have a good news also is that I had two fair audiobook who didn't get produced. They were halfway done, and for some reason they didn't get finished. So I decided to finally narrate my last French book, and La Poésie c'est la joie, and it got accepted, and it's headed to retail right now. And the funny thing about being in alignment, it's not just the voice thing. It's you're in alignment with what you're saying, with the words you're saying. You feel it, you breathe it, you just sense it. And when I was reading my poetry that I wrote 10 years prior, so let's say I wrote it between I was 24 to 28, and I'm reading it and I'm 38, and it felt like I was back. It didn't matter how old I was now at the moment. When I was reading it, it was like I was totally 100% connected with those words, and I wrote, and I wrote them a long time ago. I mean, I started when I was about 15, and I finished around 24, 28. So, because I was always added a few poems towards the end. Yeah, it was very weird. It was, I'm sure a lot of people, actors, maybe who do voice acting, maybe experience that sometime on different things than they're reading. They feel more connected to one script to another. But because it was my own script, it was so weird, because usually I have trouble having the perfect words. I usually make a few mistakes, and my flow is not always perfect. And for some reason, when I was reading this one, my poetry, everything was aligned in perfection, and I kept going, and I was not even worrying about breathing. My voice was in perfect tonation with the syllables, and I was just weird, because I just read the whole thing non-stop, with not even pausing, not even drinking water, no gasp. I mean, it just came flowing at me, just like when you inspire and you find you're writing, and you're writing from the heart. Same feeling. So anyway, if anybody is listening to me, thank you. Hope I didn't repeat myself too much. So I hope I didn't make myself look too stupid too. Anyway, I'll be back. Hopefully, I'll book a guest soon, and I'll do something fun. All right, thanks for listening. Bye.